S4PL, Solutions for Polymers, are a subcontractor of the College of West Anglia. We've worked with them for about the last 10 years. Prior to that, I worked with Andy Barnard, who is the Managing Director of S4PL. He worked for another subcontractor who was delivering polymer provision. That business actually ceased trading, and Andy then set up S4PL, and we formed a relationship from that point onwards.
I think there's been quite a sort of shift in the sense of attitude towards apprenticeships. I think years ago they were seen as not really that helpful to companies, and you sort of found that people had to be sent away to training centres. So the shift is, it's more academic, yes, but at the same point there's lots of technical aspects to the training, and it's a level 3 qualification, so you know the learners get lots out of it, and so the employers. There is a big skills gap within the industry, and we need to close that, and apprenticeships do that.
We realised that NVQs in the workplace were coming to the end, so we started looking at alternatives, and the alternative clearly was the apprenticeship reform. So I've been working with Andy and his team at Solutions for Polymers, looking at creating provision that would actually feed into the apprenticeship reform.
Generally, any apprentices generally have to be sent away. So as an employer, do you want your learners or employees to be sent away 1 day a week, 4 days a week? You lose them through your business. What we do as S4PL is go in. We're flexible. We actually go in-house and do the training. So we sort of takes away the need for employees to send their people away.
In the eyes of the company, they've gone from knowing nothing of the polymer industry into being respected, hard-working employees.
I decided to do the polymer apprenticeship because my father worked in the industry for many years and he'd always come home talking about it. And when the apprenticeship came up at the company he worked at, I couldn't refuse really. It was something I wanted to do.
I started off working on the production line, and my supervisor came to me and said there might be an opportunity to go on and learn tool hanging, which would lead to learning more about the polymers, and I decided it's something that I wanted to do because I was interested in how things work.
I've just finished university as a graduate, and I was looking for a job. I'd applied for many graduate jobs and didn't get anywhere, and I did some temporary work in the storeroom, and it was one of the process managers who noticed the work I was doing. He was quite impressed, and he discussed with me that there was an opening in the process team of an apprenticeship whereby I'd be learning about the process and how to do the job, and it was something I thought I could see myself doing.
I decided not to go into university as the costs were too much and the grades I got were not to the level I needed to go to where I wanted to go. So I started looking around for different apprenticeships around the Norwich area and decided to try this one. I looked online at the website, did some research, and it looked pretty interesting, so I applied and got the apprenticeship.
I didn't know anything about the job, didn't even know it existed before I started, so I had no preconceptions of what to expect, and through working with people on the shop floor I got to understand the basics. It wasn't until I started doing the apprenticeship that things started making sense of why we do this and why we do that and how things work, and just having the time to understand it was a massive thing, and it helped me get to where I am now.
It's helped me in the workplace because I'm able to understand everything that's going on. I know from all the learning that we've been given, all the teaching we've been given, that's told me how things work, so I can actually visualise it and understand it in depth.
It's definitely given me a lot more confidence and a lot more knowledge towards what I'm doing as a job. The support I've had has been very good. The guys that come in to do the training are there on a regular basis, and they're nice, pleasurable chaps.
So the apprenticeship has helped me in the workplace by helping me work more independently out on the shop floor. I can pick up my own jobs and stuff like that. Just going back to my mentors for support and stuff like that. It's also helped with my communication skills when approaching managers, and not just managers on site, people from other businesses that we work alongside as well.
My long-term goals, I'd say, are to expand my knowledge further into different areas of composites, as I've got a good understanding of glass fibre now. Going forward into carbon fibre as the new development begins to unfold and more customers require these products.
And I think in the past it has been very much biased to technical ability, but unless you understand why you solve a problem and not just you did solve a problem, then you will not go forward. So academia is a big side and it's a very important part of the apprenticeship, but obviously with support and using the modules, the technical side comes into its own.
My favourite thing about apprenticeship mainly is you get paid to learn. Who wouldn't like getting paid to go to work and learn? And the second thing is also having the time to spend with someone to ask questions, even silly questions that you probably know the answer to, but you just need to reassure yourself and they're not going to judge you for anything you're asking. They're there to help you. They're the two main things.
I've had very good support. If ever I've needed any questions answered, there's always somebody that I can ask. If that person doesn't know the answer, they can go and get the answers for me. We've had people on site through the polymer training that have been very good at explaining things to me in layman's terms if I don't get them. So it's been a good support.
So the employers get a lot. They get the skill shortage gap closed. They get people that will finish a level 3 qualification and hopefully go on to be their future.
Andy's team and himself actually have lots of experience of working in the polymer sector and certainly in training, and we as a college have lots of experience from funding perspective and actually apprenticeships and all the actual compliance that actually goes with it. So ideally it's an ideal relationship.
Once I've reached a certain level at what I'm doing, hopefully I'll be able to then say go for a job as a leading hand or a supervisor.
My long-term goals, I'd like to be able to move up the ranks throughout the company and be able to work my way into a managerial position.
For someone considering an apprenticeship in plastics, in polymer, I'd say seize the opportunity. The industry is massive. Take that opportunity and earn while you learn. Start a great career.
The way in which the apprenticeship works is you can start doing one thing and it'll lead on to another thing. There's no set path, and it can lead you to other avenues, i.e. different countries, different backgrounds. It's just what's up to you, but an apprenticeship gives you a good basis for all that.